Kimmy Smile, what's good? We about to get this thing going. Moment ranking on. What up, what up, what up? Go ahead and get it going. Get this intro kicked off. Yo, I got a dope show today. Got a dope show. Some people might get mad today, but I don't care. What up, Jerry Hollis? What's happening? Back in. What up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the Strategically Reckless podcast. I am your host, Jay Brown, aka Mr. 710. And we are back up in this thing once again. I want to thank everybody for listening via Spotify, iHeartRadio, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Also you can even tell Alexa to play the Strategically Reckless podcast and you will get, yeah boy. Anyway, listen, this episode is brought to you by the 710 Print Shop, where I get all of my dope apparel from anywhere, anything from the Shogun Strike Academy bowling shirts to the Human Cheat Code joints. Even this Muhammad Ali special right here comes straight from the 710 Print Shop. Go ahead and visit them at www.the710printshop today and use the promo code TEAM710 that'll get you a discount. Bam! But listen, today's show, we're going to do since last week. We're going to talk about patience. I'm going to talk about the Final Four. I got to talk about these kids, right? Because they just not going to do right. And so, since last week, I'm not going to keep y'all long today because the men's Final Four is going on today. And so I want to make sure that I get a chance to watch a little bit of that. It don't start for another 15, 17 minutes, so we got some time. But since last week, I had some experiences that I don't ever want to have again. And when I say I don't ever want to have it again, it's not that I don't like the people that I was with. It just makes for an unenjoyable experience. And I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate where you go do something and you do it that one time and that's all you need to do. And then you realize, get somebody else to do it. What that mean? What that lady say on that mean? Get somebody else to do it. That's me. And so, last week, we took the kids to Fridays. When I say we took the kids to Fridays, we took the kids to Fridays on a Tuesday. And we didn't just have the three that we take care of. The brother and sister was there too. So we had an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old. Now it was 3 adults. When you got 5 kids with you, see, I ain't never done a 5-kid dinner in which I was in charge of multiple kids in this situation. Like I done been at a dinner where it was 5 kids there, but it was they kids. It was on them. I ain't have to watch over but one. But when it's all of the kids are with me, the majority are with me. Come on, man. It's a recipe for disaster. Listen, it's already a recipe for disaster when the food takes a long time and you got kids with you. Because they ready to eat immediately. And when I tell you they ready to eat immediately, the 2-year-old, when she gets home, she goes directly to the cabinet, gets her plate, gets a cup, and is like, I'm ready to eat. We don't do that eat thing. We don't say it twice. I don't like that. We don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. Well, let me tell you, it was one of the worst outing experiences ever. And it wasn't because the kids were just out here being bad. They weren't being bad. They were just they were being kids. They were being hungry kids on top of that. And so the boy and his brother and sister, they sat up there, they got bored. The boy got bored, they all had to go to the bathroom. The boy took his brother to the bathroom. Now, I don't like to let the boy out my sight for too long, because he do what boys do. Y'all know how that goes. When boys do what boys do, it's an adventure. He goes to the bathroom, he take his brother to the bathroom, and they in there. They in there for a long time. To the point where I gotta get up and go see what they doing. What y'all doing? Dude got his brother playing hide and go seek, trying to find the trash can. Come on, dude. Let's not do that. This is a public place. Help him wash his hands. Throw the napkin away and be done with it. What up, Miss Nene? What up? I didn't even see y'all pop in. Red Sunshine was good. But yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. Now here's the deal. They bring our food. My wife and I, we ordered drinks. There was no way we was gonna make it through that whole thing without at least having a little something to sip on. They're lucky I ordered a mixed drink, because they didn't have to be. If you're listening on the audio only, I got the drink in the hand right now. This is some Johnny Walker Blue. That's how we get down today. That's how we get down. But here's my problem. Kids do kid stuff, and I do my best. I do my best not to be like my grandfather. What's up, Pops? Try not to be like my grandfather. And so I don't want to sit at the table watching them, seeing what I can complain about, seeing what I can fuss about. There's a lot to fuss about, but I'm trying not to do that. But it takes so much. It takes so much out of me, that level of patience, to sit there and see stuff that I don't like and not say anything about it. It takes a high level of patience, and it takes a lot out of me, because it's one of those things where we all know that there are things that we see that we don't like, and if we don't say nothing about it, then it might keep going. And if we don't say nothing about it, then it just might escalate. And that's been part of the problem. I don't say nothing, it's gonna escalate. He's gonna keep going, he's gonna keep it going. And so I'm struggling at this point, because I'm trying not to say nothing. The girls, they antsy because the food not coming. It's taking forever. It's on a Tuesday, so it ain't even busy. It ain't even busy, and it's taking a long time. Come on, man. I ain't got no patience for that. If I look around, I'm trying to figure out what the hell going on. This bullshit was good. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and there's not that many people in this restaurant. Why is it taking so long for our food to come? Now, that might have been my bad. You ever been to a restaurant in which you pull up and there's nobody there? There's not a lot of people there. Do you You'd be like, hey, they food might not be good, and I turn around and go. Or if it's a chain, you know, you just go ahead and be like, oh, I hit the jackpot. I should get my food quick. Because neither one of those things happened. There wasn't a lot of people there, and we didn't get our food quick. Now, quick little aside. If you're ever hungry and you want to go sit down, I don't know why, but Mexican restaurants bring out food immediately. They have everything already ready. This place called El Portón, it don't matter how busy they are, you get your food right away. They almost faster than fast food. It's crazy. But I don't have patience to wait that long on my food. Like, it's a whole lot of stuff I ain't got patience for. Like, I used to have a bunch of patience. Lady Lawyer, what up? Is that my homie Meg? What up, though? I don't have patience for dumb adults. Dumb adults bother me because I feel like there's so much stuff that they should know. And so when they don't know or they act like they don't know, that gets on my nerves. I feel like, you know what? It's a long list of stuff that I feel like adults should know. But when they don't, I look at them differently. And so, like, the correct word, like there, and there. KK was good. If you don't use the correct version of they, there, or there on Facebook, I immediately try to see how I cannot see your statuses anymore. I don't want to see your statuses anymore because you making my head hurt because you ain't figured this out yet. The correct 2 and 2. If you ain't figured that out by the time you got to be an adult, this is about to be a struggle for any interaction that we are going to have. And so, I know I'm a little off subject, don't even worry about it. There was a lady at the bowling alley that had a homemade bowling shirt on, and it had a whole bunch of things on the back. But halfway down, nobody proofread her shirt before she made it. And it said the lane's too dry, but they had T-O instead of T-O-O on the too dry. Nobody proofread the shirt. You gotta proofread your shirts, right? Like I'm a stickler. Like if Muhammad Ali was spelled wrong, if Muhammad was spelled wrong, I would not wear this shirt ever. If Human, Cheat, or Code was spelled wrong, I would not wear this shirt. If it wasn't done on purpose, right? But she's a nice lady. And I wanted to say something about it, but I didn't know how to say it because I make shirts. And it might have been on purpose. I would hate it if it was on purpose. But nobody proofread it. And the only thing that made that one shirt worse was that she made 2 of them. Both she and another dude had that shirt on with 2 misspelled. And, you know, like if she made it, I don't want to be offensive. If she paid for it, I don't want to be offensive. But you probably need your money back. I'm just saying, I can tell, like, once you do something, you can tell when somebody's homemade. Like they use the paper on the front, vinyl on the back. But that 2 bothered me. That 2 bothered the hell out of me. You shouldn't have made 2. You should have saw after the first one that, hey, I didn't do this right. I couldn't even read the rest of the shirt because I wanted to keep liking this lady. Like, I don't want to think that you're not smart. Because if I think you're not smart, then I'm not gonna have much to say to you. And also, I know that everybody ain't smart. But hey, don't make no more of those shirts. If I see another shirt, if I see somebody other than them 2 in that shirt, I'm gonna have to point it out. Like, hey, where you get those from? I'm gonna be like the dudes that stand outside the barber shop. They'd be like, hey, who cut your hair? If anybody has ever had somebody walk up to you and was like, yo, who cut your hair? That is one of the most, if it was you, if you cut your own hair and you had somebody run up to you and say that almost triggers a little insecurity, like, something wrong with it? I do. No, I'm not licensed, but I do. First of all, I don't appreciate that. And so that's why I ain't say nothing to that lady about her shirt. But back to this dinner. Like I said, baby girl both of them was real antsy because the food was taking a long time. The boy was he was being weird because we wasn't giving him the proper amount of attention. And so I'm like, yo, what is going on? Then Fam had to go back to the bathroom. He go back to the bathroom. He come out. Him and another dude, an adult, was laughing. I'm like, what do we tell you about trying to make friends with adults? First of all, talking to anybody in the band's bathroom is a horrible violation. You don't need no help. There is no help that is needed in the bathroom. First of all, if you need some help in the bathroom, you come get me. If another adult is in the bathroom talking to you, we have a problem. Why are you talking to kids in the bathroom? Come on, man. Stop it. Not to be talking to kids in the bathroom. I wish a kid would try to talk to me in the bathroom. Where your daddy at? Where your daddy at? We're not doing this. Don't talk to me. I am not trying to be friends with no kids. And so, like I said, this whole dinner, like my food was good, but I couldn't enjoy it. I couldn't even really enjoy my drink. The girl, I went to go get them out the bathroom, and the girl tried to take the orange out of my drink. Now, the messed up part about them, I'm not a fruity drink guy. Like, you ain't gotta put no oranges in my drinks. But they put one in there, that's how it came. The 2-year-old tried to grab the orange out, and so they brought her own sliced oranges. When you bring a 2-year-old her own sliced oranges, and a 2-year-old that do not know how to operate whole sliced oranges, they do what 2-year-olds do. They don't just eat the middle part. Baby girl was out here eating the rind and everything. She was eating the orange peel. She ate the whole thing. Like the first one, I was like, hey, no, don't eat that. Eat this right in the middle. Bam, I fed it to her. Boom, right in the middle. She's like, oh yeah, this is delicious. I turned my head to take a couple bites. The whole damn orange peel was gone. I checked the floor. You ate that whole thing? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this ain't gonna work. What is wrong with you? Like, who eats the whole orange? Like, I've never tasted an orange peel. And I would just think that after you started to chew it, that you should be out on this. Like, this is not something that you should continue to. You shouldn't finish this. Like, your execution on this should not take place. I don't understand kids. Like, these little girls eat everything. they eat stuff that I know don't taste good. And you pick up some lint and put it in your mouth, you immediately should be like, ugh. She don't like bananas. The smallest girl don't like bananas in its regular form. But she'll eat lint. She'll eat vinyl. She eat my vinyl. She eat lint. When my wife tried to give her a banana, full gag reflex. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Before we leave, the 2-year-old decides that I'm gonna pull my bowl of broccoli off the table. Broke the bowl. I was like, they ain't gonna go all out with this embarrassment. Like, I know y'all hate me. Like, I be feeling like, I tell my wife all the time, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Like that be playing in my head all the time. It's ridiculous. That is the only way I'm able to deal with a lot of this stuff, because I'm like, hey, I'm in the Twilight Zone. At some point, I wake up, I get up. The Twilight Zone is a 30-minute show. After that show, it goes off. Alfred Hitchcock comes out, says, hey, you're in the Twilight Zone. And next week, we'll be back. They don't like me. But I don't like this whole taking kids to do stuff. Like the last couple times that I've been out with multiple kids, it ain't turned out well. When I had to take the kids to the bowling alley, I had to take the boy and the girl to the bowling alley one day. I've had one of my worst bowling days ever. And this little dude that be doing people hair, I'm not gonna say his name, but it rhymes with it rhymes with Lecce. Started talking to the boy, I'm like, what are you doing? Leave him alone. Like, y'all not friends. Me and you ain't even really friends like that. Why are you talking to this kid? Because y'all the same height. Shroud, what up? Ray, what up? I don't like it. I took the kids to go see, Endgame, Avengers Endgame. Horrible experience. Never done it again. Like, the Endgame came out about 4 years ago. I ain't been to the movie since. This dinner, I don't know if I'm gonna make the next one. I'm gonna have something to do. I don't care what day. I'm busy right now. I'm busy. My back hurt. I got a headache. My eye hurt. I can't see. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. But I applaud the parents who can do it. I applaud those parents who can eat and act like their kids ain't tearing up the restaurant. They are amazing. The parents that can take their kids to the doctor's office and let them just run around like they don't hear nothing. Y'all are amazing. The parent that they take their kid on a plane and watch their kid kick the back of somebody else's seat the whole damn flight and don't say shit to them. You, ma'am, you, sir, are amazing. You also need y'all asses worked. You're amazing. You know, I remember when I think it was Fast 5. Might have been Fast 5. Whatever one that had the airplane. Like they had to drive, they blew up the airplane at the end. I was watching that movie. Me, my brother, and my mom, we went to go see that movie in Hot Springs. I remember it vividly. We were in the theater. It was at the end of it was getting close to the end of the movie. And this couple that was sitting probably about 5 rows in front of us had a baby. Yeah, it took a baby to a Fast and Furious movie. At the end of the movie, I'm talking about it's probably about 10, 15 minutes left in the movie. The baby starts crying. Uncontrollable cry. Rah! Rah! Yeah. Now, these parents, they sitting there like they don't hear a damn thing. normal courtesy would say, hey, get up and take your kid out the theater. You just go, one of y'all gonna have to miss this part. Y'all gotta rock, paper, scissors that thing until y'all figure out who gonna miss this part, but one of y'all gotta get this crying baby out. Not them. They sat there and let that baby cry. They sat there and let that baby cry until somebody that was sitting not too far from us across the road was like, will you shut that baby up? And at that moment, the movie was about over. Blue Bag, what up, though? At that moment, the movie itself, it turned into, we not watching the movie, we are watching this interaction. Cause dude was like, the dad was like, I should do what? Why don't you come make me shut my baby up? Yo, who want me to shut this baby up? Why don't you make me shut my baby up? And at that point, hey, Buddy that said it, he ain't get up and he didn't escalate. He didn't escalate it, but at the same time, I was like, fam, you wrong. You wrong in a different kind of way. Like, you can't, you in the public spot. We didn't come here to hear babies cry. We didn't come to the theater like, why you bringing your baby to the theater? Come on, man. You wrong. You are wrong. You know what else is wrong? I know the game probably just started, but I wanted to talk about this, the women's Final Four game last night, LSU versus Iowa. I know people who were really cheering for Iowa last night. And for some of them, I am glad that Iowa lost. One person in particular. I'm glad that Iowa lost. I was cheering for LSU. I was cheering for LSU because one of the players that played for LSU was on the show a few years ago. Shout out to Flo J. Johnson. She was a freshman this year, got major playing time. She was number 4. One of Angel Reese's, partners. They were partners like that. And so I was cheering for LSU because Caitlin Clark ain't never been on my show. I got a player that played for LSU on the show. I'm cheering for LSU. That's how it works. I got family in LSU and Iowa, but I don't cheer for them like that. So, one of the big storylines, like, I didn't watch the whole game, but I heard the officiating was a little shaky at best. But the biggest thing that came from that was the John Cena "You Can't See Me" and Angel Reese pointing to her ring finger after they had already had the game and kind of in hand, and everybody was trashing Angel Reese. Okay, so I heard a lot of commentary about it. I'm not gonna regurgitate any of that. Here's what I got to say about it, though. So what they did the same gesture, but in different ways. Caitlin Clark did it, and if you are a person that is going to be out here doing this and, doing the little sleep thing like Steph Curry or whatever, if you doing it, I don't care if you do it to somebody else. If it gets seen, it is fair game. It is fair game. If you out here doing stuff like that, you fair game at that point. And so your only objective is not to lose, because there might be somebody who will do it back to you. That's the only objective. Like, I did a show a couple weeks ago where I was talking about talking trash. And there was a guy that was talking trash to me at the bowling alley. He was talking trash, but it wasn't directly at me. But he was bowling against our team. And it was after the fact. And I did not like it that he had some antics. After the fact. It wasn't even directed towards me, but I saw it. I saw it. Hey, whatever it is that you think about me, it's gonna be what it is. But when I bring that energy to you, don't look at me different. When Angel Reese brings that energy back to Caitlin Clark, you can't look at Angel Reese like, hey, oh, she's just so wrong. What up, Sean? What up, McGee, Superman? You can't look at Angel Reese like she wrong because she did what she did. Caitlin Clark gave out that energy. So there's only one way to stop that shit from happening, and that's to win. Caitlin Clark hit him for 30, but it wasn't enough. Caitlin Clark hit him for 30, and Iowa wins. You don't get none of this from Angel Reese. You don't get it from Angel Reese. That's how you stop it, by winning. Fam was talking trash that day. I came up the next day, the next time we bowled there, and started with the shit talking. I'm going to bring you that same energy from the beginning. And when you back it up, now you ain't got nothing to say. I backed it up. You ain't got nothing to say. You bowl next to me, I'm going to bring you that energy again. And I'm going to beat your ass again. And now you ain't got nothing to say. Until you beat me. And I'm next to you, I'm in your presence, you can't talk to me. That doesn't make me a bad sport because I bring it to you in the beginning. I didn't look at him as a bad sport. Hey, if you hooping and you talking trash, hey, you got one way to stop it, is to win. You can score 60 and you lose, you lost. Take my little ring and go on about my business. You're welcome. I don't want to hear it. Now, if I'm Angel Reese, I'm not following nobody. I'm not going to follow nobody around because, oh girl, they do it at me. So I'm not going to follow you around. That's the only pause I got for her. It's like, I'm not going to follow you around. But at the same time, you are not. Can't just get away with it. Like if she knew somebody on the Louisville team and she's like, yeah, and hit her with the singer, you gotta eat that. You gotta eat that. Whatever it is that you do. Somebody dump on Steph Curry and hit him with the sleep. Steph gotta eat that. Steph done put the sleep on a whole bunch of people. Somebody hit you with the sleep, you gotta eat it. Got to. You should, at that point, you done came off show. But if you're going to talk trash, if you're going to do antics, you got to be ready. Hey, if you don't win, them antics going to come back to you. If you don't let nothing slide. But what I did not like, and it comes back and it rears its ugly head all the time when they was trying not to make it be so much about race, and I understand exactly what Angel Reese was getting at when she was talking about how people was looking at them as being hood and ghetto, and there were people that was saying, there were people that was trying to defend the media, and they don't know what all she has to read and what that all looks like when she gets on social media and checks her mentions, and you see all this stuff, all these people saying how classless or hood and ghetto and all of this stuff because she rocks long hair, or she got the long eyelashes, or she whatever her mannerisms are that they just don't understand because it's not part of their culture in that way. Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. We talking about women's basketball, women's college basketball at that. So you gotta eat that. Brown was good. You gotta eat that. You listen. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't nobody there. There was a time in which this dude named Don Imus was on the telecast, and he called it, I want to say the ladies from Rutgers, he called it nappy-headed hoes. You got to be kidding me. That is something that I don't care what Caitlin Clark does. She would never be talked about in that way. Never. Never. This is the type of scrutiny that is put in front of us all the time. And when you have like those people that show emotions on the sideline, and you have the black athletes that show emotion that's demonstrative in a certain kind of way, that they are looked at by certain media members as, oh, look at him, he's a bad sport, he's throwing a tantrum and all this other stuff. Look at him, he can't control his emotions and all this other nonsense. But when you have the Tom Brady's or the Aaron Rodgers or any of these other white athletes, look at that fiery competitor getting all up in his offensive linemen's faces just to get them right. If you look at Cam Newton showing up his offensive line, you look at Terrell Owens, he's just killing the locker room with his antics and his theatrics. Or Odell Beckham Jr., he's just, look at him, just making a mockery of himself. You got other people that, white athletes that look at his passion. He's so passionate. He really loves the game. She really loves the game. Look at her. She's a rock star. Look at her swag. John Cena swag. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, it can't be this. It can't be that. Like, where you see it all the time, and it's just viewed differently to the point where, but it's not only viewed, but it's talked about and it's put out there, and it's a narrative that gets started that sticks because of the storytellers that's telling this story, where they looking at, when you got people reading these stories from these storytellers, it's like, hey, Angel Reese has poor sportsmanship. She's classless because she is doing these things, and they put it out there, and it gets shared, and retweeted, and shared, and you got other people that's liking it because these people have these huge platforms, and so you have these people that's telling these stories, and on the flip side, they tell these stories from somebody doing almost the exact same thing. But it's like, look at her swag. She's good for the game. Look how she plays. She got flair, and she got a little attitude, and a little feistiness to her. Yeah, like the black women, they don't get the feistiness. They get showing up their opponents. They get classless. They get poor sportsmanship. And it's just not right. It's just not right. And whether it's intentional, which most of these people, they are damn good at their job, and they've been around long enough that they know better. They know better. You don't have to like everything, because everything ain't for everybody. But, yo, come on, man. Nobody's telling Travis Kelce when he scores a touchdown not to do a touchdown dance and act like he's been there before. Or there's another white tight end, and when he scored, he did a lot of dances, and nobody's like, "Hey, act like you've been there before." Or when Aaron Rodgers discount double checking, with doing the little belt thing, that act like you've been there before. Don't tell them that. Cam Newton hit him with a couple dabs, and they like, look at him, bad for the sport. Score a touchdown, act like you've done it before. And it can't be that. Can't have it both ways. Either everybody gotta act like they've been there before, or allow people to express themselves in a way that they see fit, as long as it's not detrimental to anybody's health, and they not putting their hands on nobody or anything like that. Now you start touching or doing anything like that, like if they gave Angel Reese a technical foul behind that, okay, she followed her around. Whatever. Game was already decided. It's okay. But you can't have it both ways. Like that kind of bothered me, and I knew it was gonna be a thing when you saw it, because it happened immediately. Like it was just this wave of anger and venom towards her on social media after she did it. And then once you saw the other video of girl like Caitlin Clark hitting him with the "You Can't See Me," and then the John Cena, and everybody out here applauding it, it's like, wait a minute, hold on. So what part of it did you not like this time? What part did you like this time? Because something about this just isn't making sense for me. You know, before I get out of here, there's nothing that don't make sense to me. I've been a foster parent for almost 6 years now, and I still trying to figure out like this. I'm not trying to figure it out, but I'm from their perspective. This kid-adult dynamic. Riley, what's good? The kid-adult dynamic when it comes to these new kids feels weird to me, because there's a level of entitlement that I'm just not used to, and there's a level of, hey, like, this kid feels like we're the same. And I know that there's no way that he can really feel like that, but I also feel like some of the stuff that they say and that he does. Even the 2-year-old girl calls me by my first name. And I'm looking at her like, how? Wait, where'd you get that from? Where do you get off? Like, when she said it the first time, I didn't know who she was talking about because she can't speak that well. But then when she said it the second time, hey, girl, you're not going to be out here calling me by my first name. That's what you're not going to do. Is be out here calling me by my first name as if I'm I'm two, and you two. Like, hell, Jason, what? Who you talking to? You better put a Mister or a Papa or something in front of that. Daddy J, Papa Jason, or something. You're not just gonna call me by my first name. We ain't cool like that. I just met you a few months ago. Who you think you are? Calling me by my damn first name. We not doing that. What up, Mo? Damn 2-year-old calling me by my first name, and she understands enough, but she don't know enough that I want to check up for it. But she don't speak well, so I need to check her. But she calling me by my first name because I think she know I'm not her daddy. But at the same time, like, yo, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna have to ignore her for a while so that we can reestablish this dynamic. And then the boy asks a question like, so he wants to do things that the 2-year-olds do. And then he also asks the question, well, if Mr. Jason can do it, how come I can't do it? Oh. Is this really a question? Do you need the answer to that? Because let me, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you some time to figure it out. That's enough time. If you ain't figured it out, it's because I'm a damn adult. I'm a whole damn adult. God take care of you, boy. The hell you think? What kind of question is that? If he can do it, how come I can't? I almost called him an N. The hell? You know what? Even like as a youngster, I'm old but not that old. I can remember like not having that thought process of feeling like as a 9-year-old that I could do the same stuff that my dad was doing. I could do the same stuff that my mom was doing. I never asked my mom like, hey, if dad do it, how come I can't do it? What? And so trying to establish this dynamic to like, hey, I know that I'm not your biological dad, but I'm your daddy. Like, I ain't make you, but I'm building you right now. We getting rid of some of these factory parts. We're gonna put some of these upgrades, some of these aftermarket parts on you, because as of right now, this ain't working. And I'm like, damn, am I doing something wrong? Am I messing up with this parenting thing? Because I'm trying, you're trying to be cool, but I'm not your friend. I need you to be able to talk to me, but I'm still not your damn friend. I need you to know I got your back, but we ain't friends. I'm the dude that's taking care of you, but we ain't friends. You ain't my homeboy. You ain't my road dog. You ain't my ace boom coon. None of that. Divine Beauty, what's good? You ain't none of that. You are a kid. I'm an adult. I'm taking care of you, and you doing what I say. This is a dictatorship. You ain't get no votes on nothing. Come on, man. But when like I said, I'm trying to be cool, but at the same time, it's like, hey, me trying to be cool, and he already looking at me like I'm less than his father. Does not make me down there by him. I don't know, man. Listen, I don't know. Hey, all the people that's doing good at being a parent, I give them all the kudos, cause it ain't for the weak. Like, I be looking at this parenting thing like, yo, this is. I mean, after my brother and I feel like this parenting thing is overrated. Like, I know we did stuff, but we do stuff. Like, I know I did a lot of stuff that I could have got in trouble for, that I should have gotten in trouble for. But at the same time, like, I don't feel like I was rough on my parents. Like, I didn't make them old. I feel like this whole fostering situation has aged me. It's aged me about, I don't know, probably about 4.5 years. I'm probably about 47 really now. Now I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Before I had kids, I was in shape. I'm talking about, I was aerodynamic still. I could hoop. Now I gotta go shoot jumpers like Dale Curry now. Now I'm old for real. Beard all gray. Now I gotta do extra work so I don't be fat at my family reunion in July. I'm sitting up here. I'm looking at the live, and I keep sucking in because I'm like, yo, that's my stomach for real? Oh, this is bullshit. Like, this, that ain't good. Hold on. I'll bring that in soon. I should have worn a black shirt instead of this white joint. Oh, it's not good. It's not good at all. But listen, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm about to go ahead and get up off this thing and watch the rest of this game. I don't know who winning, but I feel like if I had to bet money, I'm thinking that UConn probably winning. It would be a good story to see San Diego State pull one out, but probably ain't gonna happen. But until next time, good people, if you're looking for some cool ass clothes, go ahead and holler at your boy at www.the710printshop.com. Go ahead and use the promo code Team710. Go ahead and put your order in. 3 to 5 business days, I get that thing turned around and sent on out. Get it turned around, sent on out. So good people. Until next time, man. Y'all be safe out in the streets. And I'm out. And dang, I'll talk about that next week. Don't worry about it. I gotta talk about this Nashville thing one more time before I get out of here. But pay attention. There's a lot of stuff out here in this world that's changing. Pay attention. I'm out.